Hello, gamers. I tried to fix my camera, so hopefully we'll have less, like, drastic lighting changes as the sun goes down. But I may end up shrouded in darkness again. We don't know. We don't know. I basically reset everything in OBS to default, reset everything in Logitech G Hub to default, and then started from scratch. So, how do I look? I feel like I look washed out now, but I don't know anymore. Let me do proper hellos. Gib, congrats on first. Okay, hello. Ribby, hello. My rule will be just. Slayer, hello. Okay, 99 coins. Just one more. Just one more. Hey, if stream crashes today, you could get your sound today. Or maybe I could accidentally stop streaming. Slayer, congrats on 90 coins. Just 10 coins away. Ribby, 111. I love that number. It's a good number. Sarah, hello. Gib has 2 B's in the command. I guess I could make it work with both. That's actually a good idea. Let me make it work with both. Not everyone knows the Gib double B lore, you know? Ah! Don't yell at me. Okay, it should work with both now. To be near top of dimension. If you accidentally stop, please let me know first so you can get... Oh, if I accidentally? Yeah. Hi, Spit. Not a not a blowing bubble baby? Okay, it works. Thank you, Spit. I wasn't sure for a moment there. You actually thought about the possibility of the stream crashing and then immediately felt guilty for the cursed thought. I mean, compared to, like, some of my, like, technical issues in years past, 2025, knock on wood, has been... There's a cooldown, Sarah. No, there's still a cooldown. It's just a variation of the same command. But yeah, like, all things considered, streams are not dying as much as they used to. But I need you all to be honest. Does the camera look okay? Because I can't tell anymore. Do I look washed out, overexposed? Is it too warm? Is it too cold? I can't tell anymore. I was looking at it for too long. I have a Pepsi. Can't be too sure nowadays. Gotta watch out for any able... What the fuck are you talking about, Spit? In or out of the bar? What are we talking about? Speaking of Nier? Think it looks great. Okay. Okay. I just can't tell anymore. Gib knows? Well, inside jokes between you and Gib are not gonna go well in a chat that I'm trying to understand, is all I'm saying. I don't think I do, Spit. Please make more sense. I have no idea. Gib doesn't know I stand corrected. I'm gonna move on. We're gonna play Hades. Maybe the temperature's a bit colder than before. Yeah, I don't like the super warm anyways, so it's fine. It's fine. Let me pause the music. We can be sad after stream. I feel like I'm getting close to the end of my time with this game. Spit has inside jokes with Spit and only Spit.
Any luck last time?
No, actually. I got my ass handed to me, Scully. I couldn't get out on 0 heat with the spear, which is a shame to the Lancer name. And now we have to go do the gun.
Gain more darkness with this.
Okay, let's just finish up. I think I did this last time, didn't I? After you manually reload, your next shot is empowered. Ooh.
Hestia.
Let's do Hestia. God change your username? I guess so. I guess so. Who aren't we fully heartsed with? Nyx. Hypnos. Hypnos, I don't know what the fuck to do with you. And Chaos. So maybe I equip the Chaos Egg to begin. Okay.
All set.
I hope everyone had a good Monday.
Come on.
I am slain.
Cool. Now. Did I just, like, not get out on 0 heat with any of these weapons and just didn't notice? Am I okay? Am I alright? Interesting. Okay. We're just gonna 0 heat it up, because why suffer?
One thing the mortals have on us is that they quickly become men. This is the Fury Megara. She shall accelerate the process in your case.
Huh? Are you saying my girlfriend's gonna make a man out of me?
See you again soon, Meg.
My wife! Oh yeah, last time on Hades, we're now in a polycule with Meg and Thanatos.
My support alone is not enough to see you through this, Zagreus, but it certainly shall help.
Let's get down to Magnus. That was a reach. You tried.
Athena's power.
We're all waiting with bated breath for the next time you redeem a coin. And the secret's out. The game you want next will become a reality. Let's get down to Magnus to defeat Ardan. It's still pretty weak, Gib. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I appreciate you trying. Okay, kind of killing it.
My little grandson, little Sprout. I've thought,
Little Sprout.
if my Persephone's alive, why then, this winter, hasn't it endured for long enough? It's grown to have a certain stubbornness, but I am the goddess of the seasons, Zagreus. Perhaps it's time I changed them once again.
Perhaps. I do like the crystal beam. But let's do Frost Strike. Let's shake it up a little. Let's get some money.
Who's next?
I was shooting the wall.
Fun, I won't miss a couple coins.
Embarrassing for me.
You wretches.
That was wrong. I didn't even see you there. Might as well. Yes, please. Wait, I want to sip my Pepsi. Chaos! I see you.
Set. Back to dust. Not yet.
Your special fires a spread of 5 bombs. Oh, but less damage. Your attack seeks the nearest foe. Your attack deals damage in an area. Let's do damage in an area.
Armed and ready. My keepsake from Chaos will protect me.
Let's go say hi to grandparents.
If you'll forgive me, Master Chaos, this ambrosia is intended to be given to those whom I care about, and I can think of few recipients I'd like to have it more. Please.
I shall accept this as a final offering of the Son of Hades. For I have given it additional consideration and decided that my previous analysis of your intentions was too narrow, too inaccurate, and I regret comparing what you have been doing to an act of theft. Respond.
Don't even mention it, please, Master Chaos. All of this is new for me as well. I try never to overanalyze. My father does enough of that for all of us. I just know when I encounter the primordial creator, I'm going to give thanks. For everything.
I see. Then your response is quite acceptable. And since the act of giving is not an exchange, let us say that you already have
This is
my
really
gratitude.
sweet. Bond forged.
Here is my favorite among those immortals.
I'm their favorite.
How may I change your life today, O son of Hades?
I'm gonna start saying that to people. Instead of what do you need, how may I change your life today? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Your attack is stronger, can deflect. No. Your abilities that can deflect also make foes exposed. Resist damage from traps. Let's do the exposed ones.
Time to collect.
Easy baby game for babies, exactly. I do need keys now, so I need to stop playing around and actually pick up some keys. No, don't touch me.
Let's see what's in here. This one.
Kinda clean.
From chaos is transformed.
I'm like kind of killing it a little. Knock on wood though. Sheesh.
No urns permitted in this.
No urns permitted, Karen. You heard him. I'm sorry. You said it.
Don't spend it all in one place.
Well, my plan to get a hold of you via the boatman worked out flawlessly. Harness the
Kind of
might
a
the
gamer.
sea, then why don't you?
I forgot to record today, so I'm just gonna download the VOD after. It's gonna have to be what it's gonna be. The Hades playthrough is such a mess. I'm fully missing part 12 or part 13 or something. And then half of them aren't recorded, including this one.
Phew, felt that. Pleasure doing business. I'll guess Electo.
Please be Meg.
Damn it.
I gotta ask, how come you keep on showing up, Red Blood? I thought you would have had enough beatings by now.
Well, you know, I've come to enjoy these visits with you so much, Electo, that I've made it something of a regular routine. Form good habits and then stick to them, I say.
You call this a good habit, huh? Maybe for me it is. Well, come here all you like, and I will be here waiting every single time. About once every 3 times, anyway.
They look alright. I don't know how to make them better, honestly. It's just, like, I think it just is what it is. That was chill. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Got her.
Kinda gaming.
My keepsakes.
Hi Slamma, enjoy your lurk.
Might help. I'll pay for that. Up we go then. Hot up here.
Are you surprised?
Let's fire it up. Hey, Than, stand back.
Nice. Ooh, yeah, let's go for Artemis.
Lady Artemis.
You want to make it out of there? My boons are just about the only way to go.
I appreciate the confidence. You like that one.
The might of the Huntress.
Let's go shopping.
Charon set up shop.
Yeah, give me this key.
Thank you, mate.
Your boons with knockaway effects deal bonus damage. Ooh.
One of my boons got stronger.
Thank you. Aw, hell.
Hey, look, it's me, witches.
Instead of bitches, it's me, witches.
Worthless. Dan, who's coming? Keep going. Grandmother Demeter. In the name of Hades.
Your special is stronger and inflicts chill. When all foes are chilled, they're 50% slower in decay. Whenever you cast, damage foes around you and inflict chill. I like that one. I am zooming. This is... It could go wrong so quickly, but I feel like this run is going really well so far.
I'll be leaving shortly. Ready. I'll take that.
There's been no fishing spots though, which I'm not a huge fan of. I'm just like bulking up on health. Again? No, I'm good. Let's go shopping again. I just go into these rooms because Karen's my favorite character, not because I'm scared. I just wanted the urns next to you. What?
Should come in useful.
Alright.
What's the matter, Lerny? You seem quite upset.
I know, it's not your thing. Why don't I take you anywhere nice? Blah, blah, blah. How are you still alive? Bye, Lernie!
Lovely chatting with you, Lernie dear.
He's such a little shit.
Onward.
Not a single fishing spot. Not one. Is it me?
Let's slay some heroes.
Did I do something?
Long spears.
Took the fish fear me thing a bit too seriously.
Over the ages here, I've got to say you're the most interesting one.
Yay! I'm the most interesting. I'll take it. What did I think I was shooting at?
So close.
It's literally the best. I love it. I love the reflecting abilities. Your attack is a 3-round burst, you never have to reload, but reloading is good for this build. Or this weapon buff aspect. Your special deals 300% base damage in a large area, but it can hurt you. You can use your special 3 times rapid except. No, let's do hazard bomb. I'll just make sure not to use it
Exegriff.
near myself.
Time for a change.
Nope.
In the name of Hades.
Yes. I hope Achilles is with him.
Always stubbornness. Well, fine. Have it your way.
What are they talking about?
That's a lot of coin.
What are they talking about?
How goes it, lad?
How goes you?
Battle with glory and all that, all right, stranger.
There's running out of things to talk to me about.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, buddy.
I heard you had again entered.
Still better than Papa Hades? True.
At last.
Nice. I can't. Thanatos, back off. Don't die.
Fight on.
That was so quick. Bye. See you later.
Next time, sir.
Zooming.
Me, Artemis. The hunt is on. What else?
Sure. This would have been a good one to have, a good run to have the heat on for, where it's like, you have to escape in X number of seconds.
Just getting warmed up. Vast riches.
You are Athena, badass in the arena, na 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 queen, best strategies we've seen. If you're looking for a mentor,
Olympus, I accept this message.
after you take damage flows around you, you deflect attacks and deal more. Yes, that one. Well, that one was glowing. I have to.
The shield of light.
I must. And I have so much money to spend. Let's go.
Just what I need.
How goes it, Zagreus?
Mirage shot your cast fight. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Alright. Let's kick some butt.
Gentlemen, I'm back.
You are beneath the notice of the gods, monster, whilst I have earned their favor.
Bom, bom, bom.
Are you enjoying yourselves in the stands? Face me!
Thanatos, I'm back.
Lord Dionysus,
Oh no.
lend me your power.
Theseus is getting his butt kicked, so now he's angry. What happens if I kill Theseus first? Does the boar get angry? I want to learn. Yeah! I killed Theseus first for once! Let's go. The Minotaur doesn't give a fuck. That was cool. I've never seen the Minotaur's, like, ending screen.
Enjoyed the show out in the stands.
I always killed
Going, then.
the bull first.
Servants is patiently at work instead of resting here.
Hi, Key. The next boon you find is upgrade rarity. I don't think I want any of this. We've been Numing. I haven't even been live for an hour and we're already at the last area. What's fun? Gib, you and Key. You two are the only two that haven't gotten your packages yet because I'm just gonna wait until I ship out the Pride stuff. It's just funny that you two are in chat together. When you're the only two I didn't send mail to today. No fishing! What the heck?
Cheers, mate.
Sarah, how dare you? I'm kidding. Give me an excuse to send you mail. Actually, Sarah, I forgot to message you about Mississauga. I'm gonna do it now before I forget. Where's my phone? Ain't I a stinker? Okay, Okay. Sorry. Critical effects deal even more damage. Any damage you deal has a chance to be critical. Yeah, let's do that.
My senses sharpen.
My senses sharpen.
Where to?
Kinda killing it. Nice. Mrs. Saga. No, it's like Saga. This is Saga. Actually, it's Mrs. Saga.
Almost finished with these.
Shit. Whew. It's Mrs. So Gay. The captions, oh my god. Mrs. Saga. There it goes.
Here's the fee.
But I have Death Defiance.
Oh, that's brisk.
We're Newman. Maybe the game feels my urgency of like, Alan is 1 coin away. We gotta put some pep in our step.
I'll take this one.
If you're looking for a mentor, I'll make sure your time's well spent.
Fast this time. I'll just tuck that away. Look at all that coin. Oh, Cerberus.
Are you from Mrs. Saga? Because you're the Mrs. Iaga. Yes! Game, I'll pick you up at 8. I'll have your Mela and Smoothie waiting. Her mid-Mela?
Why not? Poseidon's strength.
I just wanted to stir the pot. That's what I'm saying. I can't argue against them either because I haven't had it either. And I trust Maggie's opinion, so I'm just gonna side with them until I know for myself. Hi, Patrick!
Calls.
Kinda killing it.
In the name of Hades. Chow time, boy. Are you hungry?
I don't think I'm gonna get greedy. I think we're gonna leave. We're gonna leave. We're gonna go fight Dad.
The prince persuades the underworld's ferocious guardian to move aside.
Ads are starting in about 3.5 minutes. So you know what? Before we fight Dad, let's take an ad break. I'll give y'all beans. Enjoy this ambient. I'll be back. Hello. We have about 10 seconds left. So by the time I get in there, we'll be done. Welcome back from ads. We're free from ads for an hour. I wonder if we can get back here within an hour. Why are you so angry?
Blast, but you're persistent even now. Though let us see how strong you are as well.
I'll get there. Papa! Oh shit.
Rearmed.
To think you're so receptive to this form of discipline.
And we finally have an activity we can do together.
Darkness. Ah, yes, indeed.
That's some cute post-game dialogue.
Get up.
That does it.
He hasn't used his lasers yet, which is surprising.
Blast.
He didn't use his lasers once. Your dad don't stand a chance.
You think that
Your
you're
dad
the
don't
only
stand
one
a chance.
who shall keep fighting?
He didn't. I think it's the first time he didn't use his lasers on me. That was so fast. I'm trying not to get too full of myself.
Again.
Got you. By my father's name.
Nice.
Prince Zagreus proceeded onward toward a certain doom, entirely too graphic to describe.
No, no.
Bing. Bing, bing. I don't think I used a single Death Defiance that whole run, yeah. Yeah.
Well, that was interesting.
What's funny is I don't like the gun, but I seem to be good at it. What do I have to do to get you to
Good thing you're basically immortal.
be friends with me?
Nice chatting.
Congratulations, boy.
What do you want to talk about?
Lad, I heard from Nyx. She said that she was able recently to re-establish contact with Chaos, thanks to you. You're just full of surprises, reforging old bonds between primordial gods like it was nothing.
Oh, just took a bit of tampering with the sigil in the admin chamber. Whole bunch of darkness, too. But I could tell that Nyx and Chaos, they seem to really miss each other, to the extent they are able to miss anybody.
I think they're plenty capable of missing their loved ones, lad. The amount of time that either of us have existed, it's nothing compared to either of them. Imagine being apart from someone you care about for that long.
I couldn't stand it.
Oh, hi.
Where is my boyfriend?
It's still exactly 7:48.
Hi, Dusa.
Looks like we've both been keeping busy, huh, Your Highness?
Very well with one of your least favorite weapons.
I paid for it, I can mess with it.
I'm doing fucking great. I'm a star.
Cerberus looks mournfully toward the prince.
Is it because Persephone's gone?
We'll see you later then.
Let me pet my dog.
Tell me in brief, boy. Our own upon Olympus. Are they continuing to aid you as expected?
Still showing up and lending their support. I think some of them are a little disappointed I'm not planning to come join them, though I think they understand now that they owe the underworld a debt. We all have to do our part looking after the mortals, whether alive or dead.
Indeed. I half expected they would disappoint. Abandon you to toil on your own. At least thus far, they've honored their commitment then.
Nice, yeah.
They have.
Family
Morpheus is
drama.
on break.
Not that dramatic.
Hard times.
Oh my god, my moms are drinking together.
We keep on running into one another lately, don't we, Zag?
Take care, Meg.
I just don't know how I can ever repay you. For raising him. For everything. After I left, besides old Cerberus, I think maybe I missed you most of all.
I think they should be girlfriends.
I can remember feeling similar emotions at the time. However, it is quite unnecessary to give thanks to me this way. You are the queen, safely returned where you belong. I did what anybody would have in my place.
Anybody would have lovingly raised my estranged son while keeping safe my secret, eventually orchestrating an elaborate plot to reunite him with me, so that I might someday return to have a nectar with them in the lounge.
Precisely, yes.
I love her. I have no fish for you. I'm sorry. Your moms are drinking together and your girlfriend is close by. Whatever room. Honestly, if it was more obvious that Persephone was right here,
The House of Hades.
I would take a screenshot. But, like, you can't really tell that she's right there. But look at all these women.
Orpheus, our featured house servant.
All my favorite women in one room.
It's a deal. Could always use more keys.
I think I got a promotion now. Persephone, please pose for the camera. Promotion time!
I believe I'm eligible for the rank of Warden, Resources Director.
What does this do for me? Exactly, though. What was the point? I guess we'll find out. Is it just bragging rights, maybe? Do I get to buy more things as warden? No.
Waste of time, denied.
Yikes. Wait, who am I listening to?
New music.
Oh, I can choose. Right, okay. Daily admiration of the
So detailed.
Olympus statue. Alpha Warden sounds like a boss in a Halo game. Or like, even Dragon Age. The Alpha Warden. Okay, the only Aphrodite boon I'm missing is Blown Kiss. Sheesh. Ambush by Chaos. How do you keep track of any of this shit? Thank you for the blessings. Yes, that was a sneeze. I decided to get funky with it.
There you are.
Hi. Okay, we're doing
Could you drop me out
sword.
there? You're not a mere weapon, are you?
Let's do the aspect of Poseidon. I don't think it's very good, but...
Look what you've done to your sword.
And I'm dead. Let's upgrade... Shady!
There. Shady, you're all set.
You're all set, Shady. And the Chaos Egg. Alright. Gotta turn up the heat to 6. Let's do benefits package. Underworld customs. And middle management.
No turning back. Uncle Poseidon.
So how is crusty old Hades?
Stop calling my dad crusty!
Fewer worries there on his brow.
This is like definitely the 4th time.
Traveling smoothly and all that. We'll keep on pitching in from over here.
Like, at first I thought it was this one time he's gonna call him Krusty, and I was like, oh, that's really funny, but this is like the 4th or 5th time he's called him Krusty Hades. Oh my.
How careless of me.
I mean, it's because he's crabby?
For safekeeping.
Maybe. Like a crustacean? Maybe.
Stand down or suffer.
so many of them.
My dearest little godling, how fares everything with you of late? I love to have these little interactions with you, simple as they are, for they have brightened many of my evenings here.
Cute.
Heartbreak time.
Heartbreak time.
Master Chaos.
That's a very good point, though. Maybe he means crusty, like a crustacean.
My daughter, the goddess Nyx. When I learned the Olympians mistakenly assumed she was your mother, I did not fully consider the possibility that she essentially was a mother to you. The technicality of birth aside,
stepmom.
She cares for you to the extent a mother can.
That's a bit of a stretch. Crusty crustacean? I think that makes sense.
Excellent. Should come in useful. What do I get?
Yeah, I think it makes sense.
That's better.
Fishing! Sorry.
It's you or me, fishies. Come on up. That's one more fish for me.
Poseidon goes to Bikini Bottom. Kinda killing it.
You'll be back, won't you?
Okay, the reason I laughed when Poseidon showed up, I tried to keep it in, but I'm so mature I can't. I almost said, "Hey, puss puss." It made me laugh.
The power of the sea. Let me in.
You're so valid for that. Just like the immediate, I'm like, puss!
Welcome to Erebus.
Just you try. Oh, damn it.
Oh my god. Already? I guess I'm getting another onion. Thanks for the onion. Listen, if I get enough onions, I unlock lore, so it's worth it.
No. I'll take it. Right.
Awesome.
How about another? What else?
Not bad.
What's on offer?
What's on offer? I don't really need this shit anymore.
Change of plan. More wretches.
Huh? You can teleport, motherfucker? That's new.
All set.
I have no money, but sure.
Hit the spot.
Can't wait to see how my ass gets kicked with this one. Who's it gonna be?
Let's hear it.
Murder? Nice. So close. Got the first consonant. Thank you, thank you.
Moving on. Which to choose? All set.
Oh,
Alright, the
fuck.
purging
I
pool.
forgot about that.
Broke out of Tartarus. Clear. Getting warmer. Come meet my blade. Good enough to eat. Got some zest.
Money, hammer, or being fast. I think hammer.
Moving right along.
Because the hammer is still a boon. This is a boon for your weapon specifically. attack becomes a big chop that deals 90 base damage. Your attack fires a wave, or your whole attack. Let's do the big chop.
A blade fit for a god.
Fun! No variety. We'll see how that goes.
Here, fishies. There. I am victorious.
I could spend some.
Something's here.
Ooh, I don't know if I want to fight him today.
I can use this. Let's hunt some dead.
I'm not feeling confident. I'm not gonna fight him. No, we're not doing that.
Sisyphus?
Happy to help.
The witch's circle.
I don't know if I like the big chop. I can't even hit you.
I accept this message.
Sorry, Chaos, but no. Hello? Y'all are connected?
We're back.
Why would you put it in the middle of the lava?
Right there. Delicious. Popped up.
Can't do that.
Can catch my breath.
What's going on?
Hello, I'm suffering.
You been snacking on onions or something there, hon? No offense or anything, but you smell like you ate a whole one of them raw.
Yes, but wait. How else are you supposed to eat those things?
Zagreus.
What, are you kidding me? You can grill them, saute them, fry them, boil them, pickle them, roast them? Oh, hun, you've been missing out.
He's just been munching on raw onion. That's cute.
Sure thing.
Feeling better already. Take care.
Smooth sailing.
Kindness helps me.
Thank you, mate.
This run, in contrast to the last run, is just pure caca.
Why must we always fight like this, Lenny? Sisyphus!
Here comes Boldy.
See you.
Fuck. Sheesh. I think, like, I love Sisyphus, but I think his chthonic companion is my least favorite. Having attack help is more helpful than, like, a smattering of items. Hi, Ollie. Are you having a good time? Yeah.
Get out of this damn fiend.
That dude can sing.
Yes.
I'm doing well, I'm doing well. Work was busy, but nothing too dramatic happened. And now we're just vibing with some video games, so no complaints here. I'm not doing all the extra stuff, I just want to fill everyone's hearts. And I don't know, it just like, the game remains feeling kind of fresh. Like, I'm not bored yet. Oh my god! When you beat a game main story, you're done. See, cause like this one, like there is the main story, but it feels like you're not done the story until you get like all the other tidbits of information. that you get from like doing the extra stuff. So it's like they've done a really good job at like making the extra stuff really tantalizing. Yeah, the main story bleeds into the post game. So it's like I'm not just doing it for the satisfaction. Like, I love video games and I love to play games with like satisfying combat, but like that's not the be all end all for me. So if it was just like doing extra challenges, I wouldn't be as like into it. But because there's little extra tidbits of information about the different characters and stuff, I'm like, I want to see as much of it as I can. And I'm genuinely not tired of the game yet. Like, I'm having a great time.
Stygius grows stronger.
Elden Ring is kind of like that. Still so much to see. Yeah. Y'all are pissing me off. All the weapons and boons and stuff, there's lots of variability. You say this without having played it yourself, but you've seen enough of this game. Yeah, they keep it feeling pretty
Saw Thanatos again lately here, boss, and I want to tell you, almost looked as though he cracked a smile when he mentioned you. Never seen anything like that with him.
'Cause we're in love. And yeah, like the characters react like the decisions you make, or like other people you've been gaining affection with.
Time to go.
It's also just like very pretty to look at.
Hey, Baldy. And here.
This won't end well for you.
I'm getting my shit kicked in. I need some Athena shit right about now. I need some defense. Please, Athena. Find me. Athena!
I've been waiting for another round against you.
Okay. see you later.
Well fought, Asterius.
I've got some hunting gear for you to try, if you could give me your attention, Zagreus.
Sure.
On the prowl.
On the prowl. Oh god. God. I need some Patroclus in my life.
Should help keep me going. More splitters.
That you have grown rather close with Thanatos, my kin. A perfect choice of mate.
I love that no one's
Confess I've not
homophobic.
expected Death to have affection for another save himself.
I will keep fighting.
Literally everyone's reaction to you romancing anyone is get some. It's pretty great. Like, you go, girl.
No one's here.
Fofui?
In the name of Hades. Spend it all in one place, mate.
Okay. We're gonna calm ourselves.
Serious? Other guy.
Come, hell.
Shut up.
The adoration of the crowd.
Yeah.
You're next, King. Undeserving fiend, all which you think you have achieved was merely handed you.
Freaking shield.
Olympus, I invoke your aid.
Shit. Unfortunate. Athena, please.
You won't get through me quite that easily.
Just what I need, except I can wash away my boons.
Yeah, everyone that was on that ship is incredibly brave. I'm very worried about them.
I can do this again. There. If I were a satyr sack, where would I be?
We're gonna get our shit kicked in. Oh, I'm so cooked. Oh my god. I have no deflective abilities whatsoever. Oh my god. Any gold? No.
Back I go.
I need to save my money in case there's another fountain that gives me death defiance. Get wrecked. Yes! I made a good call. Not spending my money outside. No! Poison's the worst.
Hey, a satyr sack already. Oh, what's in this stuff? In the name of Hades.
We're probably gonna not do any more tunnels.
Should be able to get back through here.
Because I wanna...
Could check the other passageways before I go.
I want to take all 4 of my death defiances to that fight, because I'm not liking this build at all. Fuck!
Blood and...
Fang-bearing Cerberus directs all 3 of its attentions toward the satyr sack.
Ads are starting in about 4 minutes.
Thanks, boy.
So I think once again, I'm gonna break now so that we don't go on break while I'm fighting. And yeah. Enjoy beans. I'll be right back. if this is a rude question, but are you darker green now? It's like saying no offense before something incredibly offensive. Actually, I don't think so. Because no offense makes you think you, like, it makes you, you're aware that it's offensive, but with, I don't know if this is too forward or if this is a rude question. Like, I feel like that is genuine, whereas no offense is rarely genuine, you know?
I can do this.
Like, very rarely genuine. But also, we're talking about your green. I don't think Gib is a darker green now. Also, welcome back from ads.
Right. This is it.
We'll see if I make it through this 4 death defiances.
So, you think that you can vanquish me with my fool brother's old forgotten blade? Poseidon was never any good with Stygius. Grew envious of my spearwork. Now he's famous for that fork of his. Always taking credit where none is due.
Must be hard knowing that everybody's gonna think you learned your spearwork from Poseidon, not the other way around. As for Stygius, I can assure you it's in good hands now.
Your assurances mean nothing to me, boy. You think yourself quite capable? Then show me.
Honestly, not really.
Darkness.
Well, that's cheating.
Pleasant journey here. Too slow.
Fuck.
Never.
Darkness. 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 Darkness.
That arrow is very confused.
Darkness.
Maybe it's like that time I woke up and all my music sounded different. Maybe all your colors are different.
Darkness.
She'll never see the world the same. Okay, we got him.
We're not finished.
You truly dare?
Fuck!
No.
You're going back. Zagreus? Let's have it out then, boy.
Ow.
Go back. Out of my sight.
Oh shit.
Death is inescapable.
It's escapable for me, kind of.
Prepare.
Oh shit.
Be careful where you step. Wide open. Behold.
Last chance. Oh!
I'm not as limber as I used to be. While you,
That was close.
let's
Oh, what a contrast in runs. Holy shit.
again.
I did it. In my father's name.
Any fishing? No. No fishing. I have range.
Somehow defeated Grim Lord Hades in a thrilling fight. Prince Zagreus discovers it was all a dream. A rather deadly nightmare, actually.
Mm-hmm. It was not a dream.
was pretty good, all in all.
Yeah, like we won. Hypnos! Let's be friends! Okay, can I... What's the next level? Is there a next level? I have to get 1500 darkness. I can do that. I can do that.
Prince.
Hello.
I'll keep an eye on things while you go away.
Thank you. Where's my boyfriend? Not here.
It's 7:48 right now, I guess. Still fancy.
I just want to hang out with my boyfriend.
Each savage maw of Cerberus salivates in anticipation of the next time to feed.
You are the best, you know that, don't you, boy?
Cutie. He knows it. He's gotta know it at this point. Let's get the painting of my dad, I guess.
Here's the commission. Since this is Father's house, it's only fair the walls be slathered with his sour look. Well, I don't see why not. This
Nice
artful piece of terrifying asphodel
red
should add some
color
atmosphere.
scheme in that corner. Yeah, nice. Nice, nice, nice. I'll get all the rugs later.
Let's go with this one then. You know, I've always had a thing for double-bladed axes.
Sure, we'll do those for a little bit. No one wants to talk to me anymore.
Oh, Zagreus, how wonderful to see you once again.
My mom does.
Nix, along with giving you this bottle of ambrosia here, there's something I've meant to say to you. The three fates have been very kind to me, because in denying me my birth mother, they gave me you. Without your steady presence here, I can't imagine what it would be like.
Oh, then the three fates are whimsical indeed. When you were born, and I was filled with fear for what it meant for you to be alive, to be responsible for you. I must admit, I did not guess that one evening you would provide for me both such a gift and such a sentiment.
Well, I mean every word. I love you, Nix.
I love you too, my child.
Yay!
You and my son. It pleases me to see the two of you being so close of late.
Talk about us more.
Thanatos has always led a solitary life. He never would complain of it, and yet I know he yearned for closeness in his way.
Thank you, Nix. I think we each have harbored feelings for each other for some time. We've finally been true about them.
Then in this, you each achieved what you desired. I ask that you take care of my dear son. I often fear that he shall work himself too hard.
Oh, he's all right. Though I'll be sure to keep an eye on him.
Then very well.
I have some fish.
Do what you will with these, my good chef.
Thank you.
I'm much obliged.
Much obliged.
Hi.
Hi, Dusa.
Is that 110%?
Whoa, what are y'all talking about?
Sometimes I still cannot believe that you are here, returned to us. Your radiance in all this darkness. You must miss seeing the coast.
The coast was nice enough, Hades. But nothing is ever perfect, right? No matter how hard you try. Still, I think we get quite close around here every once in a while.
Oh.
You have taken much less time adjusting to this place than when first you joined us. Pardon my surprise. I myself was forced to be here. I never thought anyone would come from the surface here by choice.
The heart can make us do the strangest things, can't it?
Indeed.
They're cute.
Wonder what the real Olympus is like.
You'll never know. All right. We are not using Boldy anymore.
Coronach hungers. Chiron. Recover your ancient strength.
What did you do, boyo? Wow, weak. Whoa. Sweet release.
Nice.
Miss me, boyo?
What could go wrong?
I need to beat Theseus with that extra thing and then talk to Poseidon.
Not once has your Lord Father thanked me for delivering vast portions of his clientele. Surely you shall be more grateful for my gifts.
Sure.
Witches. Thank the gods. Time to make some changes around here.
Yeah, nice.
Hidden talents.
Hold attack to shoot rapidly, but you cannot power shot your attack.
Coronach grows stronger. Feeling stronger.
hate darkness. Ooh, for free!
Anyone there?
Thank you. Yes, please.
Pleasure doing business.
Your dash deals damage and can deflect. Yes.
I'm already full.
Thank you. All set? Sorry.
So my heart tells me that you've developed quite the bond with Moody Thanatos, haven't you there?
I'm the talk of the
I always figured that his
town.
brooding quality was just an act.
Sure, we'll do like an Aphrodite buffed build.
I thought crystals were supposed to be pretty. Meg, help! Broken to bits.
When foes are slain, they damage nearby foes and inflict weak.
Love and loss.
He's so dramatic. Love and loss. I mean, I guess I'd be dramatic too if I was the prince of the underworld. It's a very different existence.
Gemstones.
Two for one special. I think it's fun to piss off fairies.
Sometimes I think about the goddess Nyx and how I long for her to be the mother that I never had, cousin.
Oh.
Is it improper that I say such things to you? One would expect I would already have somebody on Olympus, yet it often feels as though I am the mother here.
Oh, Athena.
Your wisdom guide me.
Your course of action here was ill-advised, my kin. For war shall come to you no matter what, as I shall presently reveal.
He won't like this.
Wasn't too bad. We cool?
Your sacrifice to me just now has moved me to forgiveness for the time. Thus shall we call a truce.
Okay, bud.
Let's try this instead.
Nice.
You're pretty close with Ares, aren't you? And here they said it couldn't be done. If I were you, I'd watch myself.
Yeah, we're close. I gave him a bunch of drinks, and he's like, "You're cool, I guess."
Artemis, guide my hand. Well, here goes nothing.
Let's see if I can do this without getting hit. Onions are great, but maybe I can actually get the buff.
Let's hear it.
We shall see how good you really are.
Oh my god! The flame wheels? That's not fair. Meg, help. No! Shit. I was doing well, but... Did you cook it that time, Zagreus? Or no? For free.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Alright, who's it gonna be? Meg?
Tisiphone.
Oh, I forgot it's gonna be all three of them. Oh, Ribby. You have a good point there. Oh. Yeah, it doesn't... I have to hit X for it to go forward. Got my gamer goggles on. Okay. This is very chaotic. Rib, did you see how close I am to the edges on the fucking embroidery hoop I'm using right now for the butterfly? It's actually wild. I'm really pushing it. I'm really pushing it. Like, I'm like hitting the wood on the way in and out. Absolutely, go for it. Cause it is, like, that is right near the edge. Oops. Dropped.
I'll just be a moment, Father.
You usually use a bigger hoop than transfer to the smaller one after it's done. I'll do that for the next one, because this is already, it's already clipped in. I will need to ask you how to, like, finish it off, like, in the hoop.
Maybe I should switch. Go with that one. So much for Tartarus. And check.
You also have some plastic hoops that you use when you're doing the project before you swap to the wood ones. You find they hold the fabric better. Yeah, I don't want to buy more plastic though, especially after my buying a million kajillion bobbins debacle. And then realizing after I bought a million kajillion bobbins that I could just make my own bobbins. Like, it's not a difficult shape. I could just use old cardboard from, like, cereal boxes and stuff. And I wish I had thought about that before I bought a million kajillion bobbins! Fishing. Speaking of which, Ribby, you need any bobbins? So many.
Another Slovak. Steady now.
And haul you out of there, cuz, but there's some rules even I can't break. They're nice to see you have a go of it.
Thanks, bud.
The haste of Hermes.
Wouldn't you like a taste of power? Wouldn't you like to use more than words? Deep in the night, the fight lasts for hours. You could be hurt or you could beat her. Wouldn't you like to have some of the magic? Wouldn't you like to be deep? You can turn into an animal. I'm fine. This is gonna be the last run of the night, though.
Away we go.
I've realized that I enjoy being in bed earlier than like 11 p.m. midnight. Because then I can read a book. Because I haven't been reading a book on the subway lately, because that's when I listen to new music. I listen to new music when I'm on the subway. Jehudi! Hello, hello! How you doing? I'm reading a book called Moon of the Crusted Snow. It's fairly short, I just don't read very often. I was like zooming through it and then I just haven't read in a while, but it's like it happens like at the start of an apocalypse, on a indigenous reserve, and so they don't know what's happening. So like things just stop working and they have no communication with like the nearest town south of them. They're like pretty far up north. And it's really, really interesting. It stresses me the fuck out though. It's a stressful book. It's definitely not like a feel-good read. But it's been really good.
I'll make every strike count.
Apparently there's a sequel. I found out from someone at work. So I'm looking forward to reading the sequel eventually. And the person at work said the sequel is even better than the first book, which is rare. And the first book is amazing. So I'm like, sign me the fuck up. Add it to my massive book backlog, why not? Hello? Where's Bestie? Oh, hi. Nice. You're good, just got home from work. I hope you get some good rest, Shahudi. Work still treating you well? Yeah, you mentioned on another stream. Yeah, I'm still reading that one. It's like literally like this thick, but I go through spurts where I'm like non-stop reading, and then I really struggle to get through a book. I go through like phases. Like I tore through those Dragon Age books so fucking quickly, and those ones are a bit thicker. And then this book, which I'm thoroughly enjoying, I'm just like, I could read, but I could also not. This is how I be sometimes.
Hear me on my authority.
You're the same way. And like, it's not a bad thing, it's just I go in and out of these phases. At least I'm trying to let it not be a bad thing. I tend to be very judgy with myself about it, but... Any money? There's not gonna be enough here. Sorry. Alright, let's kick some booty. Oh god, I forgot that...
Not really in a talking mood this time, Lenny.
It's not everyone's thing, Jehudi, that's fine. People are, like, I personally don't understand it because I love reading, but people are very judgy to people who don't recreationally read. And I just think it's a weird thing to judge people for. There's a lot of, like, weird elitism about it. Yeah, there's other stuff you'd rather do, that's fine. And then for me, like, I watch a decent amount of TV and movies, but, like, not as much as other people, I guess, because I'd rather read a book or play video games. So I don't consume, like, I watch a lot of TV, like, I find a time to watch a lot of TV with my sister, but, like, there are so many movies I haven't seen, so many shows I haven't seen. And I don't have, like, a wide variety of hobbies. It's really, like, gaming, reading, cross-stitch now, and then, like, TV media.
Should fetch me something good back home.
King Theseus is eager.
My keepsakes.
I thought I just cut him off. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Take me up.
I'm just stacking up on the health.
shot.
Your special is stronger, can deflect. You begin each encounter with a god gauge partly full. After you take. I like this one. Kinda killing
In the name
it.
of Hades.
Yes. His ward. Yes, it's me.
Here's something for the journey still to come.
Thank you.
I have a better idea.
I'm liking this
You
run.
look absolutely
Oh, I forgot.
Observe this gleaming coat of bronze with which I'm adored now, short one.
I forgot.
I understand.
Yeah, that's my fault. Look how pretty he is. Oh my god. He's so happy.
My father is to thank for that, not me. I've proven difficult for him to contain, so now I'm beneficiary of his latest pact of punishment.
He's
You're
looking
welcome.
so gold and shiny.
I haven't thanked you as of yet. Though come, I'll repay you suitably for having me encased within this suit.
Oh, he doesn't like it. He doesn't like the suit. Oh, he's fast. Uh-oh. Oh, he's really fast. Oh, it's not just the armor, he's got a lot going on. Oh, at least I'm getting a sneak peek before it's him and Theseus. Oh my. Oh. Oh. Oh, he's got a lot going on. Asterios got a makeover and extra training, I guess. Ah! That spinny Beyblade thing he got going.
Cheers for the fight.
I'm scared.
Lady Athena.
Your ability's like, ooh. Yes.
Thanks, you two.
Yes. We love a duo. Chaos. Utter chaos. Okay, where is this other butterfly?
Vast riches.
Let's get more health. Good dong! Hi, I love you.
You've come this far, now let's make sure you go the distance, Zag.
Isn't that a song?
Stand down. I'm out.
Thanks.
You've gotten stronger, Zag.
Thanks.
That takes care of that, I guess. See you.
See you. We'll smooch later. We'll smoochies later. For free? And a fountain?
That's a relief.
Yep, today. Well, only in not Europe. Only in countries that do month and then day. It's 69.
Time to mix up my style. Quite the bow.
Sucks to be them. They gotta wait. They gotta wait till September for their 69 day. Alright, I'm genuinely so scared for this next
what I need.
fight.
This is my fight. Got it.
Deep breaths.
This has to be some kind
Stop! No, he's so ugly!
He's here, aren't you now, you vile, insignificant...
Look how ugly he is! Oh my god.
Oh, this is unfair. That's a bronze-plated Macedonian Tau Lambda. What's an obnoxious bellyacre like you doing with the most durable chariot created to date?
You don't deserve to know. Suffice it that Asterius and I were handsomely rewarded once again, and we shall not hesitate to exploit our hard-fought spoils against you.
They gave him a machine gun! They gave Asterius... No, they gave fucking Theseus a machine gun! They gave a fucking machine gun! Oh, he's spinning, 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 he's spinning. Oh, he's spinning. Ah! I don't like the way he laughs. Frickin' nerd. This frickin' Fisher Price ass car. Baby machine for babies. Hey! Must you? Nice. Quality over quantity is what you always say. It sounded like I sound like he had a motorized chariot and a fucking machine gun. And then he would fucking shoot the hell out of me going, "Wah!" Like, shut up.
Hope you enjoyed the show.
Leave me alone.
Hurry up then, and I shall see you outside.
It's like a meal, Sarah. That's all I will say. Those who know, know. But that's the Emil concept, I think.
The edge of Father's realm.
Fishing?
Fishing time. Mine. A fine catch. Hi.
Chaos. Sometimes Emil's shop music plays in your head when nothing else is going on, and it's kind of nice. My unpopular opinion is I found the shop music incredibly annoying, but because it's Emil, I was like, it's fine. I will allow it.
Got to find something for Cerberus.
It's only cute because it's Emil. That's like exactly, right? I'm like, if there's anybody else, I would be raging. The captions are doing their best.
There it is already.
We're so blessed.
Olympus, I accept this message. Hope this can get me out of here.
Alright, we're gonna buy one more little thing.
I'll pay for that.
Let's go fight Dad. And once again, ads are about to start. So we're gonna take a break!
Once again.
I'll run him now and go on a BRB.
Thank you, boy.
See you soon! Enjoy beans. Hi, hello. I realized I had to pee, so I took a bit longer. You miss Beans? You just missed me! What's going on here? Make me jealous of my cat. You miss both? That's okay. I'll allow it. I have to win. There's a fishing spot.
Business to take care of then.
You've slipped by Cerberus again, I see. Then draw.
I need Hypnos to be my friend. I don't understand. How many times do I gotta win?
Darkness.
I know, I don't... Maybe it's because he's fucking asleep all the time.
Zacharias, how fared your plundering of my domain?
It fared just great, thank you for asking that.
You're very welcome, boy.
Chaotic. I was reading chat and was like walking into the ocean. Did I?
Let's finish this.
I shall not fall to you again.
You will, though.
Lasted little.
the effect glitched out a little bit. Whoops.
You'll perish yet.
Again?
Shit.
You wait right there. Zagreus?
Yay!
Were it not for all my wretched kin upon Olympus, you
I would be very weak. That's true.
blast.
I would be getting my shit wrecked. You know, Zag's job is to test the security of the underworld now, but realistically, no one other than him could probably get by Cerberus. Sorry for accidentally saying het during Pride Month while you're playing Hades. It won't happen again.
Let's fish.
Okay, we'll talk to the house if anyone wants to talk to us.
Got me a box.
And then we'll call it a night.
In his great hurry to explore the countryside, the hapless-footed prince steps on the peel of a most exotic, sallow-colored fruit and tumbles backward with such
He
sudden
slipped on a
violent
banana?
force that you know what occurs.
Again?
Death by banana peel. What is this, Mario Kart? Hello?
Feels like it's been a while,
Hypnos!
everybody.
Am I good enough for you yet? No.
Welcome to the House of Hades. Glory and death.
What do you want from me? Maybe Thanatos can help me.
Achilles, sir, you happen to know whether Father authorized the transfer of a Macedonian Tau Lambda chariot to Elysium in recent memory? I ran into the former hero Theseus all joyriding about in one of those.
Oh, it was terrible.
I know the chariot you mean. It's not just any Macedonian. It's modified, apparently by Daedalus himself. No earthly weapons can do what it does. Though, please don't tell me Theseus put on that mask.
He did.
What, you mean the golden matching mask? I saw him wearing it all right. Looked like a proper fool, I thought. What of it, though?
Well, I think that Daedalus would certainly agree. Heard that he fashioned that mask and outfit as a little joke. For someone deeply prideful and aware. It must have suited
Yeah, he
Theseus
looked
quite
silly
well,
as fuck.
That it did, most definitely, sir. It's 7:48.
I can tell when Mother Nyx is upset, Zagreus, and I know better than to ask her, so I'm going to ask you. What happened?
Probably because Nyx took issue with me chatting with Deucer from time to time.
Oh.
Is that really so unbecoming of me? Not even Father seems to care.
Well, Mother cares, and I for one know better than to question it. None of us would be here were it not for her. If she has a request for you, you honor it.
That was a long time ago.
You're telling me I should just start ignoring Deucer from now on, like you do?
You're a god. I'm telling you to learn to act like one.
We're fighting. Yeah, that happened months ago. I guess our relationship can't be perfect. Bummer.
Cerberus
We just made up!
Fiction tempered well with time.
You don't like it when I pet your other heads, huh? No.
So cute. Would it be like... I kind of want a Cerberus tattoo.
More than enough parchment work to go around.
Oh, she's behind the desk too? That's cute. Why? I want to know, yeah, I want to know why Nyx is being mean about Dusa. I don't really understand it. I don't understand her beef. I guess because Dusa should be working and not chatting, but like, what about her 15-minute breaks?
I'm cheering for you all the way, my friend.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Hey, I saw you in Thanatos recently, Prince. You too, if you don't mind me saying.
Everyone's talking about us!
You ought to see yourselves.
She's like, you two are so hot.
Well, have I go then. Bye.
Oh my god, she's so cute.
Bye. Guess everybody knows.
She's like, you two are so hot. I need to leave.
Please take these, will you, Chef? Always a pleasure.
Excellently done.
What's up?
You are consorting with the severed Gorgon head, my child. Despite my wishes that you maintain respectful distances between yourselves.
Yeah, we told each other we love each other.
She's my friend, Nyx. Look, I love you very much. You know I do, except you cannot choose my friends for me. I can't allow that. I know you don't trust her. Don't you trust me?
I do. Then very well. But understand that your relationship with her does not preclude the need for her continual improvement with respect to her responsibilities.
She does everything. What do you mean improvement?
No one works harder than Dusa.
I'd get it if Athena had beef with Dusa because, like, Athena turned Medusa into a Gorgon in the first place. Though whether she did that to protect her from men or not is apparently up for interpretation. There's apparently, like, I think my understanding of Greek mythology is a lot is up for interpretation. Which is why there's so many different versions of different myths. This is my canon.
Betty, you're all set.
Like, Hypnos is the only bond I haven't forged. What the hell, man? Another sword run? Really?
Remember your past.
Okay.
Hey, room. I'm back.
I'm gonna go back into the house and save there, so hopefully it doesn't reset my weapon progress and stuff. Well, now that Nyx isn't upset with me for talking to Dusa, can Thanatos forgive me too? Whatever. Okay. That's stream today. Let me mute that. Let's be sad again. Thank you for hanging out. I will be live again, not Friday, because it's one of my best friend's birthdays today, so she's coming over on Friday, so we can hang out together. Thursday, maybe? I need to figure out when we're gonna do the Trixie Mattel makeup, because we did reach our $500 goal. Maybe I do that on a weekend, though, when I'm not, like, super EP. So I'll figure it out. Maybe this Saturday, unless I'm forgetting that I'm busy. I don't know. I'll keep y'all posted in Discord, as per usual. But take care of yourselves. Have a good night. And I'll see y'all on Thursday, maybe? Or Saturday. Alright. Goodbye! Thanks for hanging.